It's very simple to make. All you need is a few ingredients. Salmon in a can, already cooked. Some butter. Sweet knibblet corn. Brown pepper. Milk. You can use full fat or skim. I'm using skim. And then all you have to do is pour your can of salmon into a mesh strainer, which I found this right here is the easiest way for me to do it, which is in a bowl. Keep the can near you for your bones. And all I'm going to do is look this salmon, which is just picking the bones out, and I will be right back after that. I looked the salmon, got the spine out of it, which is all you have to remove. The small bones will not bother you whatsoever. So in your pan, just put some of the butter. You don't have to put a lot. This is a pretty light meal. It's filling. It's got the salmon in it, so it's full of omega-3s. Sometimes on the can it'll tell you how much is in it. Depends on what brand you get. Like this one here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but right down here under the ingredients, it says it contains 782 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids per serving. There's about 7 servings in one can. Alright, my butter is starting to melt. Now you can add as much corn as you like. That's completely up to you. Just going to add some of the corn. I like a lot of corn in mine. Okay, well, I'm just going to add all of that. I don't have to worry about leftovers. Now you don't want to fry it, so I'm going to turn this temperature down. Into this, I'm going to add the juice that was in the can with that much of the pepper. And just stir the pepper in. The pepper just gives a good flavor to it. You do not have to add the pepper whatsoever. Just stir this around. Come back up to a simmer. This right here is the looked salmon. You'll see that there is still skin and fat on here, but you can remove it if you like. I like it. It's just the way I grew up with it. And I'm just going to add that in here. I left it big chunks. You can smush it up if you like. You don't have to. Give that a little stir. And I found with one 14 3/4 ounce can of salmon, you're going to need a quart of milk or 4 cups. So I'm just going to slowly add that in here. Stir it around, and all you do now is let it come to a boil. That's it, because everything is cooked. The corn, the fish, milk, and the butter. That's all there is in here. Just let it come to a boil, and that's your salmon stew. It's a southern thing. I don't know if they eat it anywhere else. They may call it salmon chowder in the Northeast. I don't know. I've always called it salmon stew. That's just what it is. It will be thicker, I guess, a little bit if you use the full fat milk, whereas I'm using the skim. You can add more butter to it if you think it needs it. The little bones, the little pin bones will dissolve a little bit in the stew. They're completely edible. You don't even realize you're eating it because you have the crispness of the corn. You don't even notice it. You just have to mainly pick out the vertebrae. I don't know if I can get one out of here or not. So here's what you're going to be picking out. See, it's smushy. I just smushed that with my fingers with no pressure. But I just don't like to feel them in my mouth, so. But it's supposed to be full of calcium because they are bones, but I just don't particularly care for them. I'm just going to let this come to a boil, and I'll be back in a minute with it plated.